Hello, Mishler Math Geometry students. You guys are the smartest students in the whole classroom today, or the smartest students listening to the computer thing today. So, all right, today we're going to talk about finding the measure of angles when you're given algebraic statements. Okay, so let me give you an example. I'm going to make a let's try to make a nice little drawing here. And there's a ray, and there's another ray sharing the same endpoint, so I've created an angle. There's another ray. Ooh, that's an ugly one. Let's make it straight. There's another ray sharing the same endpoint. Now I'm going to put a point on each ray to identify these things. I'm going to call this A. I'm going to call this B. I'm going to call this C. And I'm going to call this point D. That's the vertex of all these. So I'm going to say the measure of angle ADC. That's this large angle right here. The measure of angle ADC, okay, is equal to 43 plus x degrees. The measure of angle ADB equals 6x minus 6 degrees. And finally, the measure of angle BDC equals 3x plus 1 degrees. So what does it all mean? Well, first of all, let me go back here and do some drawing here. So this is angle ADB is right in here. Okay? And that measure, sorry, it's supposed to be an angle. That measure is right here, 6x minus 6. 6x minus 6 degrees. And the pink one is right in here, okay? And that's 3x plus 1 degrees. You understand what I'm saying here? This is, okay, color-coded and all that stuff. And then the green one is the big one here, and that is 43 plus x. Sorry about that. Try that again. 43 plus x degrees. There we go. Yeah, sometimes stuff like this happens. Technical issues. If I don't lose power before the end of this video, I'll be very happy. Alright. So let's do some algebra here. This is the big one. Okay? This is the green angle, the ADC. So ADC is 43 plus x. Okay? What does that equal? That equals these two added together. So, 6x minus 6 plus 3x plus 1 equals 43 plus x. Okay? So, let's do some number crunching here. 6x and 3x make 9x. Negative 6 plus 1 is negative 5. Now I just simplified this thing, and that's 43 plus x. Now I'm going to subtract x from both sides. X minus x is nothing, so I'm left with 43 by itself. 9x minus x is not 9. It is 8x, because this is the same as 1x. 9 minus 1 is 8. So minus 5 is 43. So you add 5 to both sides, and I have 8x, because these two cancel, is equal to 43 plus 5, which is 48. Divide by 8, and I have x equals 6. So now that I know what x is, I can just plug x into each one of these equations. 43 plus x is 43 plus 6. How much is that? 49 degrees. 6 times x is 6 times 6. That's 36. Minus 6 is 30 degrees. And 3 times x is 3 times 6. That's 18. Plus 1 is 19 degrees. So now I've figured out the measure of, or I found out the value of x, and I've used that to find the measure of each one of these angles. Notice, and this is a good way to double check yourself, 30 plus 19 equals 49. If it didn't, we would have to go back and find our error. Okay? So, try something. Let's see, control clear. No. Edit. Control delete. That clears it. Okay. Now we got another one for you here. You know that two angles, if angle 1 and angle 2 are supplementary, then measure of angle 1 plus measure of angle 2 equals 180 degrees. Is that right? Well, trust me, it is. So let's suppose angle 1, or the measure of angle 1, equals 3x minus 41. And suppose the measure of angle 2 equals 4x plus 11. Got that? So, how do I find out what x is? Again, I have to write an equation here. So, say measure of angle 1 plus measure of angle 2 equals 180 degrees, right? Just like I said up here. So, what's the measure of angle 1? 3x minus 41. Plus the measure of angle 2, 4x plus 11. That's the measure of angle 2. Here we have the measure of angle 1. Okay? And those two added together equal 180 degrees. So 3x plus 4x is 7x. Negative 41 plus 11 is a negative 30. If this throws you off, talk to me about integers, adding and subtracting integers. We can work on that. So then we have 180 degrees from over here. If I add 30 to both sides, I have 7x all by itself equals 180 plus 30 is 210. And if I divide both sides by 7, I have x equals 30. So once I find out what x equals, I can plug them into both of these. 3 times 30, oh, you know what, that would be better in green, wouldn't it? Because that would be consistent with what I'm trying to do here, right? I think so. So 3 times 30 minus 41 equals, 3 times 30 is 90, minus 41 equals 49. Try it on your calculator, see if that works out. I might have made a mistake, you never know, double check. And then 4x plus 11. 4 times x is 30, so 30 plus 11. That's 120, plus 11 is 131. Now, once again, I double check myself. 9 plus 1 is 10. 4 plus 1 is 5, plus 3 is 8, and then 1. So you add these two angles together, measure of angle 1, this is angle 1, and this is angle 2. Add angle 1 and angle 2 together and you get 180 degrees, and I have to because that's what it says here. Angle 1 plus angle 2 is 180 degrees. So that's how you do the kind of problems we're going to be doing in class next time. Thank you for listening. Have a great day.